Hello everyone, this is today's video analysis for July 2nd, 2019. Today we're taking a look at the USDCAD, the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar for today's trade analysis. Not too hard to see here on the daily time frame that this currency pair in the past several weeks has been in a downtrend. You see the black trend line on the right hand side of the chart. Let's go ahead and zoom it in just for a moment here. You can see that black trend line falling from the top all the way up here, 1.3425 down to the bottom into the 1.3070 level or thereabouts into the yellow zone at the bottom of the chart. So during that downtrend, of course, creating support and resistance levels all the way down into that yellow zone. Let me zoom right back out again, and you can see back here left hand side of the chart, the bottom of the blue trend line, the black circle also finding support at that yellow shaded area. So the interesting thing about the yellow zone is support back here on the left began a significant uptrend, long-term uptrend along that blue trend line. I'm not saying that's going to happen now. We just need to be aware of historical fact that this yellow zone has been a significant support level in the past and what was the beginning of a previous uptrend. If it breaks through there, of course, we would look for a continuation of the downtrend. Blue zone is very interesting as well. Same black circle. We saw support around that blue shaded area. In fact, yes, it did test all the way down to the yellow zone, but never broke it here on the daily time frame. Never opened and closed under the blue zone on the daily time frame. Got right back above it, went up, came back down. Blue circle found support on the blue shaded area. That is 1.312005. And again, began the next phase of the uptrend. So we need to know yellow zone, blue zone, fact, statistical fact is support, and that's where we are right now. If it breaks there, of course, we'll look for lower levels, and we'll study that later on in the trade room. But right now, we are holding historical support, and the potential is we could see a little bit of a bounce back higher from these levels of support. Zoom it back in a couple of times. We saw some congestion around the yellow and the blue zone over the past couple of days. Today, we see the market, well, yesterday we saw the market close above. Today we opened above the blue zone and now sitting on top of that blue shaded area 1.312005 as support. Let's take it on down to the 4-hour time frame. This makes it even easier to see sitting on top of that, where we found support here on the left, the black box here, the center black box. We found support here for several hours, finally broke underneath it, sat underneath the blue zone, testing that yellow zone. Now we've had a sudden infusion of buyers, got back above the blue zone, and now sitting on top of it as support. So our expectation right now is that this blue zone, just like on the left, will become support. It will support over here. We're looking for it to be support over here. The risk is that it gets underneath that blue zone. So if we decide to go long and buy on reversal indicators here for the dollar CAD, then we don't want it to get underneath that yellow zone. If you decide to buy, your stop loss will be underneath the blue zone. That way, if it gets underneath, we limit the impact to our trading account. And that's what trading is all about. It's not about always winning or finding the right trade. Sometimes it's just about limiting the impact when the market does things you don't expect it to do. So our expectation is support on top of the blue zone. Our targets, not too hard to figure out. If we're going to go up, we want it to go first off to the pink shaded area, and you can see support back here on the left into the 3150-70 level. Next would be the green shaded area. And again, you look back here and you can see resistance there. And of course, there are other levels higher as we go up, but those will be our first two resistance, pink and then green. And the expectation is right now we'll stay on top of the blue zone. If that expectation is not met, it breaks back underneath the blue zone, we'll want to get out of it. Appropriate stop loss, trade size will limit the impact to your trading account if the market does something we don't expect it to do. So I expect support here, looking for a long opportunity towards the pink and the green zone. If something changes and it breaks the blue zone, we'll get out and look for a new other opportunity today.
From Forex Traders Daily, this has been your daily analysis with Ross Mullins. If you would like to get Ross's analysis on all the currency pairs he's watching and all the trades he takes today, join him in his live trade room by clicking on the link below. Please leave any comments you have about today's video in the comments section below.